Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer was looking to replace a very old and outdated router that was struggling to keep up. For years, their previous device couldn't deliver the full speed of their internet plan, and its signal was so weak that they needed an extender just to get a decent connection in certain parts of the house, like their backyard or a metal-enclosed patio. After trying a couple of other models that didn't feel right, they found this particular router to be a perfect fit. The difference was immediate and dramatic. Right out of the box, our reviewer saw a massive jump in wireless performance, finally getting the full internet speeds they were paying for, with wireless connections feeling nearly as fast as a wired one. The signal coverage was the other huge win. This new router easily reaches every corner of the house and blasts a strong, reliable signal all the way out to the backyard and into the previously troublesome patio room, making their old Wi-Fi extender completely unnecessary. What also stood out was the user-friendly setup. This client appreciated having the flexibility to configure the device through a web browser rather than being forced to use a mobile app. They also noted helpful features like the ability to clone a MAC address, which simplified the switchover with their internet service provider. More recently, they upgraded to a gigabit fiber connection, and the transition was seamless. This router handled the immense speed increase without any issue, delivering incredibly fast performance that even impressed the installation technician. Overall, it has proven to be a powerful and reliable upgrade.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer has been a loyal customer of this brand for years, having owned 3 of their routers in a row, and believes they consistently offer excellent value. It's easy to underestimate the importance of a good router, but our reviewer discovered just how crucial it is. After upgrading to gigabit internet, the client was disappointed to find that their speeds weren't significantly better than their previous, slower plan. They initially blamed their internet provider, but then they began suspecting that this old device may have been the problem. While transferring a large amount of data to their new home NAS, the reviewer noticed the transfer speed was consistently capped at around 400 Mbps, despite the connection showing a speed of around 570 Mbps. It dawned on them that their old router was outdated. They started researching replacements, and this particular Wi-Fi 6 router consistently appeared on best value lists. Upon setting up this router, the change was immediately apparent. The connection speed jumped to over 1,500 Mbps on a computer on a different floor, sometimes even reaching 2,000 Mbps near the router. While actual transfer rates are lower due to overhead, the improvement was significant. Their internet speeds also increased substantially, and even their Xbox, located across the house, now consistently streams 4K content without issue. The reviewer opted for the newer version of this router with the 2 5 Gbps Ethernet ports, which they found beneficial because of their NAS and gigabit internet plan. However, our reviewer deducted a star because the manufacturer has started implementing a subscription model for advanced features. While most home users might not need these features, they include things like parental controls. Furthermore, a free account is required to remotely manage the router via the app. The reviewer worries that this is a slippery slope, and the brand will continue to put more useful features behind a paywall.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer upgraded from an older model of a similar wireless router, pairing this new piece of tech with their existing cable modem. Initial impressions suggested slightly improved signal strength, particularly on the 5 GHz band. The addition of newer security protocols and a Smart Connect feature, which automatically switches devices between the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands, seemed promising on paper. However, our reviewer wasn't thrilled with the Smart Connect functionality in practice. After trying it in 2 separate locations, they found that devices, especially mobile ones, didn't seamlessly transition between bands as they moved around. Even when stationary, devices seemed to unpredictably jump between the bands, leading to inconsistent signal strength. Ultimately, they opted to disable the feature and manage the bands separately. The Wi-Fi encryption settings presented another challenge. While options like WPA3 were appealing, compatibility issues with an older printer forced our reviewer to compromise. They ended up configuring the 2.4 GHz band with older, but compatible security settings while allowing the 5 GHz band to use the newer WPA2, WPA3 protocol. Setup was straightforward, involving connecting a laptop directly to the router and accessing the web interface. The reviewer found the web interface comprehensive and preferred it over the companion mobile app. One minor hiccup occurred when the router wouldn't connect to the internet, easily solved by rebooting the modem to register the router's MAC address. Performance-wise, this client was generally pleased. With their existing internet plan, they consistently achieved download speeds close to the maximum expected. Wi-Fi speeds were significantly improved compared to their old router, especially on the 5 GHz band. However, they caution that those experiencing slow Wi-Fi speeds with this gadget should double-check that Smart Connect isn't enabled, potentially forcing devices onto the slower 2.4.
And that's a wrap. If this video was helpful, like and subscribe. Got questions? Let's chat in the comments. See you soon.